This is a new chapter in my life. I'm starting over and doing things differently. And I wanted to just take some time to let everyone know who I am, and then also to let you know what the purpose of this new chapter is. So I'm going to start off, and I think that whenever you start something new, that you should always tell people who you are, and they should be able to build a relationship with you. How will you believe me and know what I'm talking about, and know that the product that I'm showing you and the lifestyle that I'm showing you is real if you don't know anything about me? So I'm going to start back into the 80s, when I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago. 2 parents in the home. I had 2 older brothers. My parents both worked. One was a police officer for the city of Chicago. My mom was a computer programmer. So from their schedules, they were out of the house pretty much most of the day. We would go to school, come home, and one of our parents would be home to see that we got our homework done and that our food was ready. And I also wanted to just mention that I did not have a choice in the things that I did coming up. I was told where to go. I was told who to hang out with. I was pretty much sheltered from a lot of things, which is good, and which is what some of the things that kids today are missing out on. So I really do appreciate what my parents have done. They sent me to a school called the Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences. Here I am living in the city of Chicago. We're urban. We do things like city people do. But they're sending me to a school for farming and agriculture. But it was the best decision that they've made for me. It put me on a path to not be afraid to choose to do different things, and to also just step out and to be unique, and to succeed in being unique. So that was the foreground of my life. I moved on to Southern Illinois University at the age of 18. By the age of 19, I had my first child with my boyfriend then of 4 years, I would say. 4 years we had been together. We both went off to school, ended up at the same university, and had our first baby together. That is a challenge in itself, being a freshman in high school, being in a relationship, a serious relationship with someone, and then also having a baby on top of that. But against all odds, we made it through. We graduated from undergrad in 2002. We had baby number 2 on the way. We got married at the age of 20, and then we just moved on. So we had all these obstacles in our life that we were faced with, all these challenges, but we didn't let the challenges defeat us. And I think it was because of how we were raised, and the insight that our parents put in on us. When you're faced with things that's challenging, when you're faced with obstacles, you overcome them. You don't succeed or submit to them. So we had a good foundation. We both started working as we graduated. I stayed at home for a little bit, but then I started working with the city of Chicago. I worked for OEMC, the Office of Emergency Management Communications, and I also worked for the Chicago Police Department as an administrative assistant for human resources. So I had a good background. I went to school. I had a degree, a bachelor's degree. I had a good job, and then I switched and transferred over to another good job. But something still wasn't right. Something still wasn't sitting well with me as far as my career went, as far as where my family was and what I was doing in part of taking care of my family. Yet I was still married, still young. We had our 3rd child. We had a baby boy. And then I realized I need to do more, even more than where I was. So I had 3 kids and decided to go back to school to get a master's degree. So I have a master's degree now in the Master's of Teaching, and I'm an elementary school teacher. I'm certified to teach in the state of Illinois. And even then, at that point, I realized that after we had our 4th child together, that something still was missing. I made it to where I wanted to be career-wise. I made it to where I wanted to be pretty much starting off financially. I was at a good spot, but my family, the balance and the structure of my family was off. Because if you know anything about teaching, it is not a 9 to 5. It is pretty much a 24-hour job. Sometimes it can get to be that if you want to really pour into your students. So I had to make the decision at that point that I needed to come home. I love teaching. I love what I did. I love working with students, and I was working with at-risk urban students. I was working back in my city of Chicago. I was working with kids that really needed help, and I loved what I did. But then I also knew that my love and my passion for teaching made my family have to take a backseat to my career. So I had to make that decision to come home. And so then when I came home, it was a great decision, a great choice. The relationships that I built with my kids and, my husband, they got stronger and stronger. But then I realized money is running out and I need to be able to financially back this decision to stay home. And so then I started doing research. I did research to see what can I do from home to make money and to make good money at that. And so then I found out about internet marketing. And whoa, the world of internet marketing is crazy. It's overwhelming. It's weird, but it's something that I had to figure out and then not become overwhelmed by it. So here I am being introduced to affiliate marketing, and I'm introduced to this by a friend of mine who I trust, who I know is honest, who I know is telling the truth. I'm seeing her PayPal proofs on Facebook. I'm seeing that she's making money from this. And so then I jump on board. Reluctantly, I jump on board. But then once I see and start making money of my own, it's like, okay, this works. So the questions that I'm asked a lot, is it real? Yes. Working from home is real. Is it really based on the internet? Yes, it is. Can you make money on Facebook? Yes, you can. Instagram, Twitter, any social media network that you're involved in, there is a way to make money from home. Is it easy? And I'm going to be honest with you. If you choose to make it easy, it's easy. But if you choose to recreate the wheel or reinvent the wheel, you're going to get lost. It's overwhelming. You have to find a system that works, and you have to take one step at a time. If you find a system that works, and if you follow that system step by step, you will be successful in this. Have I found a system that works? Yes, I have. I'm going to tell you that I joined up with Z&Z Promotions. I started off with that first, and I saw that I was making money. I had, referrals, and that's all based on referral agents, bringing people in to try trial products. I tried instant rewards because it's similar to Z&Z Promotions, but the thing with instant rewards is that you get residual income. So when I refer someone to do the same thing that I'm doing, and then they refer someone under them, I will still get a little bit of their income based on, the ladder, the chain. And so then I was working with that. That was fine. I found out about, train sites and all these different things. And there's so many things out there that people, I've never even heard of, but it's people that are aware of and people that are making a living off of these things. And so then I was introduced to Empower Network. Empower Network is a network where affiliates come together. And the system that they have is so concise and so simple. They take all of the hard work out of everything that I have been doing, all the research that I've been doing. I built my own website. I was, doing my own videos, trying to make my own things up because I really didn't have good guidance. So when I came in, now my sponsor, she had started probably about 2 weeks before I started, And so we were just both trying to figure things out. And then when I got with Empower Network, I found out about their system. And I found out how I can take something that I already enjoy doing, which is writing. I love writing. I like making videos. My husband and I, we have a video production company. And so this is what we do. We make videos. We edit videos. And we just, put things together. It's the creativity from his point on the editing and then also my writing. And so we kind of come together anyway doing that. So this is something that I can do. Is creating videos for everyone? No. Is writing for everyone? No. But it works for me. It works for me. And so what I decided to do was become a video and an internet blogger. And there is a way to make money through Empower Network and my blogs that I put up. So this is my new chapter. This is where I'm going to start now. Each day, I'm challenging myself to blog, put something up, anything about my life, anything that I want to focus on. And what I've chosen to focus on is, overcoming obstacles. Again, I was a unwed mother at the age of 19. We had our family unit, non-traditional. We decided to make it traditional. We got together and got married. We had child after child after child. We had 4 children together. We were both working. And then we decided to make changes. And through that, with change comes obstacles. And we decided as a family that we won't let these obstacles stop us from getting to where we need to be. So my blog is going to be called The Choices We Make. The Choices We Make. And I'm going to focus on being a mother first. I'm going to focus on working from home and the challenges that it has. I'm going to focus on being a wife and taking care of my husband while I'm still working from home and, being the mother that I am. And I'm also going to focus on keeping myself together, because through it all, you still have to keep yourself together. And if you don't keep yourself together, everything else is going to fall apart. So I'm hitting on real issues. I'm hitting on family. I'm hitting on marriage. I'm hitting on money. And these are the things that I want to share with you. So be on the lookout for my blog. It's called The Choices We Make. And I'm just a mother from Chicago raising 4 kids and loving her husband in the city that works.